Alright, so I'm gonna show you guys a trick on how to get metal, especially if you're a solo player like myself, you just don't have nobody to play with. This works with a hatchet or a pickaxe. Now, mine is a metal hatchet and a pickaxe, but I've done this with a primitive one as well. So it doesn't matter, right? I just have my metal because I have a lot of metal. That's why I made it. Anyway, what you're gonna want to do is very simple. You're gonna look for water. You're gonna look for rocks even touching water. Even if it's touching it, it doesn't even have to be fully submerged in it, right? If it is in the water and it's touching the water, for whatever reason, there is a higher chance that you are going to get metal from it. I'm using a pickaxe, by the way, just to show that you can use this with a pickaxe. But I mean, you can use it with a hatchet too, so it doesn't really matter. But if it's touching the water, if it's in the water, for whatever reason, it just gives you a really high chance of getting metal. Now, if it's a big rock, it's not going to work. I don't know why. It really only works with the small ones. And I'm not sure why it's like that, but for whatever reason, if the small ones, it just works. Now, as you see, I just got four right there because I knew I was going to get it because I've been doing this for, a couple of years now. But I've never really seen people make videos about it. Anyway, though, if it is in the water or if it's touching the water, you have a very high chance of getting it. Now, let's say you have an ankylosing, right? But you don't have like metal deposits. It works the same way, even with an ankylosing. It works with anything that gets you metal, so it doesn't really matter if it's a pickaxe or whether it's a hatchet or a team. So what I'm gonna do is show you my ankle over here. I got this thing at level 5, by the way. Here we go. And then I'll always put it into weight. So this is what you're going to want to do. You see how all of this is touching the water? Some of this is actually technically inside of the water as well. You can use your ankle load. It still works the same way. It's not a glitch or anything. It's just how it works. The ankle load, it increases it even more because they primarily are used for getting metal. Now, as you see, I was just over here and I got like I think 8 or 12. But here you go. So these are not even in the water like submerged, but it's touching it. So even if it's touching it, it works even better. Now I know what you're probably thinking, it's an ankle, it's used to get, metal. Yes, that is true. But if you use this on land and it's not touching water at all, you're most likely always going to typically get stone and flint. These are near the water, they're on the water. That's why I'm getting metal. But this is pretty far away. Let's see if this works. No, stone and flint. Stone and flint. Stone and flint. So I'm pretty sure you guys get the idea. Again, if you get really big rocks, it doesn't work with big rocks. It works ironically with small rocks. So if you're in the water, if you can see it, rule of thumb, if you can see it, it's yours. That means it has metal in it. So small ones, I just look for some small ones. And actually, what makes this even better, you don't have to even be submerged in water. Again, it just needs to be touching water or it needs to be in the water. You don't even have to be submerged in water. So we actually come over here. You see, we got that's touching water, that's touching water, and that's touching water. Oh crap, those are too big. All right, let's look for the small ones. I thought I was gonna get it with those. Here we go. So we got some small ones in here, and that's all there is to it. I've been mining over here for like past 30 minutes or so, but we still got some that I haven't touched anyway. So like I said, here are some small ones over here. You got some big ones. It does not work, and I don't know why, but it just doesn't work with big rocks. What you're looking for is small rocks, not the giant big ones. It just doesn't work with them. Also, just remember, if it's touching the water, you are completely fine. So right now, as you see, I have 84. From all of that, I have 84. Put that in here. I'm gonna do this a little bit more so I can show you guys a demonstration, because I know you're probably wondering, you know, again, just it's mainly size that you're looking for. Big rocks, it's not gonna work, man. The big ones are not gonna work at all. What you're looking for is small rocks touching water or being submerged in water. If you don't have an ankle, listen, you do not have an ankle and you're using a pickaxe or a hatchet, it still works the same way. It'll just take a while. It will take a while. But again, your chances are increased regardless if you're mining a stone with water. Ankle just makes it a lot faster, obviously. But you can do this with pickaxes. It's just going to take a little bit longer. I noticed what helps with the pickaxes is that if you're using something, there you go, like this right here. That's what I was about to show you guys. Small ones. You gotta look for a size. The size actually matters. Don't go for anything big because it is not going to work. What you're looking for is tiny ones. So if you don't have an ankle, you do not have an ankle, just look for something tiny, right? This this is too big. I don't know if it'll work. That's too big. It did. It actually gave me 4. That's pretty cool. All right. This is small enough, so that should be fine. So you see these right here? That's what you're looking for. Like, it looks like you can pick it up. If you can't pick it up, that's how you know you're on the right track, because you can't pick it up. So you need to, I'm not worried about it. But if you need to, just take out all of this. You can't pick it up. There you go. Just use that for the size of everything. But that's about it. I hope that helps any solo players out there, and have fun.